Williams, as we showed you earlier, he beat another opponent while fighting with a dislocated shoulder, but when he finally stepped up in class, he was dropped 4 times in a knockout loss, and he split with Julius Francis. I'll say one thing, at least Danny Williams didn't do what Julius Francis did before he was obliterated by Tyson, and that's sell advertising on the soles of his boxing shoes.
You know, Danny, as he comes in, this crowd will react. This is a man that has toughness in him and has certain skills. If he can show that tonight and not freeze in front of Mike Tyson, we might end up with a competitive match, but that's a big if.
Here he comes. Smattering of applause, a few British fans in the crowd. You saw the flag, but for the most part, Danny Williams coming into a chorus of boos. And now Danny Williams, along with this huge crowd here at Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky, awaits the arrival of Mike Tyson, who will come in for the first time in 17 months. How does he look to you there?
Well, here's what he's waiting for, and this crowd already sees it.
The fans in the arena can see it on the giant screen over the ring. Last-minute words with Freddie Roach. And conspicuous by its absence, the bloated, boisterous entourage. This is what he said he missed the most, aside, of course, from the money, the cheering. Love him or hate him or something in between. Undeniable that after 19 years, Mike Tyson still has a special presence, particularly live here in the arena. Many still strangely drawn to him. Some watch, some gawk, as Tyson just keeps reinventing himself. Let's size them up right now as we check out the tail of the tape. Mike Tyson turned 38 June 30th. Williams 31 July 13th. All the pre-fight material had Williams at 6'3", but he's actually 6'1.5", with a big reach advantage of 8 inches. Yesterday's weigh-in, Tyson, his third heaviest ever at 233. Williams, a career high, 265. And the notable unified rules for this bout: no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If an accidental headbutt, the fight's ruled a no decision. If it happens after the end of round 4, they'll go to the scorecard. So here at Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky, huge crowd on hand to see our main event, featuring Mike Tyson and Englishman Danny Williams. We are set for the official introductions. Let's swing it upstairs to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to Freedom Hall here in the beautiful city of Louisville, Kentucky, as we present our featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Straight Out Promotions in association with Corona, La Cerveza Más Fina, and Showtime. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the Kentucky Athletic Commission. The chairman is Mike Cunningham, commissioners Ballard Cassidy and Paula McClellan. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Jack Locke and Dr. Mark Wheeler. Timekeeper at the bell is John Cooper. Keeping count of the knockdowns, Hector Falub Mendoza. Judging at ringside for our main event, from Owensboro, Kentucky, Dan McClellan. From Louisville, Kentucky, Johnny Monson. And also from Louisville, we have Steve Ryan. Introducing at this time our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of this bout. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Dennis Alfred. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in a heavyweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Louisville, Kentucky, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, ladies and gentlemen, on my left, he is fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring, wearing white trunks with red trim, and joining us from London, England. He weighed in at 265 pounds. His record stands at 31 wins, 3 losses, with 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former British and British Commonwealth heavyweight champion, introducing Danny Williams. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, really needing no bet. Entering the ring, wearing his traditional black trunks and hailing from Catskill, New York. He weighed in at 233 pounds. His record, 50 wins, 4 losses, 2 no contests, with 44 wins coming by way of knockout. He is currently ranked the number 8 heavyweight by the WBC. Tonight, he is making his return to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Please welcome the one and only Iron Mike Tyson. Once again, a referee in charge, Dennis Alfred, now to give instructions. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing rooms. I expect a good, clean bout. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. You're good about here, you're good here. Y'all have any questions? Touch them up. Let's go to work.
Certainly the calmest we've seen Mike Tyson before a fight. For the record, 22 of Tyson's 44 knockouts in round 1, including his last fight, 49 seconds in. His fastest knockout, 30 seconds in, against Marvis Frazier almost exactly 18 years ago, July 26th of 1986. Danny Williams feels Tyson will rush in to try and take him out early. What else is new? But Freddie Roach told us he's trying to prevent that. He wants Mike to go behind the jab, rip to Williams' body. We'll see. There's the bell. We're underway. And Danny Williams goes right in and looks to trade. And that could be a huge mistake. Tyson going right to the body.
Break out, guys. Break. Good clean break.
Williams would like to keep him off with the jab and land that right hand behind it. And of course, the uppercut, again, something to look for from Williams. And he wants to tie Tyson up on the inside. They've been working on that, and we'll see how effectively he can do it.
Once again, Tyson really belting to the midsection. Being cautioned by the third man of the ring, Dennis Alford, to keep the punches up. These are vicious punches by Tyson.
Tyson's working well on the inside. Now, Dennis Alford, we pointed out, he's been a referee for 25 years, but he's never had a world championship fight. He's never been in a fight of this magnitude, and boy, referees are tested in Mike Tyson fights for a variety of reasons.
Danny Williams, no stranger to fouling. He just used his elbow. He's been cited for low blows in a couple of fights back in England. Tyson digging to the body. Left hook to the jaw. Another left hook upstairs. A left uppercut staggers Williams. Holds on for dear life. Williams in trouble in the early going.
Williams came out and did what he told us he was going to do, fight on the inside, and that was a bad mistake, and it cost him.
That is not the way to fight Mike Tyson, and he's learning that the hard way.
Now, Danny Williams has still standing.
Look at these
He's
shots.
still standing.
3 in a row. 2 to the body, a third one to the chin. All left hands by Mike Tyson. Will Williams get out of the first round? Already he has been wobbled.
You know, Freddie Roach has to like this, even though it looks like he's hurting Williams early. He's doing it the way Roach wants him to, throwing good combinations on the inside and tremendously good left hooks. Those are very, oh, something happened to Tyson.
He may have gotten a low blow, but he is digging in. Left uppercut to the chin after a series of blows to the midsection, looking to end it with 19 seconds left in the opening round. But something's keeping Danny Williams up. He is taking some kind of punishment here.
10 seconds.
Another left hook, partially blocked by Williams. That one got through, then to the belly.
Mike, keep him up.
Oh, Tyson.
That's the hardest 3 minutes out of the way. Take your shield out. What's the shield? What's the shield and relax? Now listen. Relax. Danny, listen, concentrate. He's already blowing, son. You wobbled him in that round. Now listen, Dan. You've got to use your jab. Listen to what I'm telling you. Keep your hands up high. Keep your chin down and use your jab. Okay, Dan? Keep your hands.
Danny Williams laying on the inside with Mike Tyson. Now he will, I think, throw an uppercut here. Yes, and when he counters with the left hook, Freddie Roach told us that was going to happen. That was their way of dealing with it, and then it was the Tyson uppercut that would add to the problems of Danny Williams. So Freddie Roach was prophetic. Later on, again, Tyson ripping shots to the body, throwing those tremendous left hooks with great leverage and the uppercut. So his uppercut has been more effective than Danny Williams.
Tyson may have twisted his left knee at some point during the first round, which is why he grimaced. Remember that? Anyway, round 2. Coming off complete dominance by Tyson in round 1.
We saw in that last round something that I think is a good sign for Mike Tyson, bodes well for the future. He countered beautifully from that uppercut with the left hook, just like he and Roach have worked on. So he's thinking in that ring, not just throwing wild punches.
Williams has to stay on the outside and use the jab. He only threw 11 jabs in round 1. Tyson threw 25 jabs.
Come on now, I got you. Break clean.
Danny Williams told us he wants to take this fight to the 4th or 5th or 6th round, but the problem is if you take this much punishment, can you sustain to that point, and what will you have left yourself? He's hoping Tyson will tire himself out.
There's a good left hook upstairs out of nowhere by Danny Williams.
Keep them up, guys, both of you.
Both of them have been shooting low blows.
I mean, both of them, keep them
Now,
up.
if you ask me, should Williams be throwing left hooks? I say no, because you get countered, and yet that left hook stunned Tyson for a moment.
A right and a left, right upstairs, left to the body by Mike Tyson.
Clean, Danny, go home.
I think Danny Williams has already answered the question of whether he has heart.
Yep.
That party's answered.
Don't push him off.
Williams' best punch is the right uppercut, but Tyson will look to counter that with the overhand right or the left hook.
Break out. Break out of there.
But Danny Williams, for the most part, has been wide open. His elbows are high,
Watch your head,
and he's
watch your
allowed
head,
Mike
Mike.
Tyson inside to the body.
There's the jab of Williams, and when he throws it, he's able to get that punch in. But he's leaning into Tyson a lot, and that's giving Mike Tyson a chance to land those shots.
Now some head movement by Tyson, ripping uppercuts to the chin. Now back comes Williams with a left-right combination.
And that was the uppercut by Williams. He's ripping those shots.
Pushing Tyson back. It's competitive now.
Come on, guys. Wait, come on, guys.
An extremely game Danny Williams, hearing it from the crowd.
He is fighting the wrong fight, but somehow he's hanging in there.
He is trading with Mike Tyson when you should be working from the outside and throwing the jab, tying him up, pushing him back, using your strength.
Watch your heads, guys. Watch your forward.
But he has landed some very good shots in there, and in this round did as well. Can he sustain that, and can Tyson sustain?
Final seconds of round 2.
Where's the bucket? All right, deep breath, Mike. One more. Good job. Take a rest. Swallow that. Okay, Mike.
Back in round 1, we saw Mike Tyson for a moment wobble. And we have theorized and been told that there's a possibility that he twisted his knee. And you see him touch that knee. Something happened when he moved back. He has some kind of injury. Now, in the last round, on the inside, both men whacking away. Williams ripping shots to the body and the head, and Tyson, of course, landing his share on the inside. Just a great sequence on the inside, and the body work of Williams, pretty impressive there as well. And Danny Williams' body work now, really getting the job done.
Round 3 scheduled for 10. Tyson, who had Williams in trouble in the opening round, and Williams gets to round 3. More pressure here from Tyson, but Williams with a left uppercut to the body. Williams fighting off the ropes successfully.
You know, a key element of this is the body work of Williams. He is really making an impact.
There's some blood on the head of Danny Williams now, outside the right arm.
1 point. Late blow. Stay in that corner. 1 point. Late punch. 1 point. Late punch. That's it. Still time. Doc. Doctor. Need the doctor. Where's the doctor? They're right here, Mike. Come look at your eye.
Mike Tyson is cut over the right eye, and they're having a hard time getting the doctor in the ring. Finally, he's there. We're going to try and find out who the point was deducted from.
What? No, not intentional. Not intentional. It's not intentional.
So now Dennis Alford is saying it was a non-intentional late punch thrown by Danny Williams.
Well, he took a point away for something.
And here comes Tyson.
I think the clash of heads was
let's be clean. Danny or Holden?
created the cut, and he's saying that's not intentional. The point was deducted for a late punch from someone, but Alfred didn't indicate exactly who.
So confusion reigns
Danny,
here
keep him up.
in round 3. Again, the body shots by Danny Williams.
Neutral corner. Low blow. Point.
Now a point
Low
being
blow.
taken away
Point.
from Danny Williams for a low blow.
Low blow. Point.
We don't know who the point was taken away for the late punch. I guess late after they were broken.
The referee never said who that point was taken away from.
We said the referee might be a factor in this fight, and guess what? He is.
Well, Tyson will hope to take matters into his own hands, but Danny Williams is standing up to him. Tyson just missing with that overhand right. Now we're being told that both deductions were against Danny Williams, which we had first thought but weren't sure. Oh, a left hook to the neck by Mike Tyson. This is a vicious exchange. Williams coming back again with an overhand right. Missing with the left. There's a right hand by Williams. Pushes Tyson back. They continue to trade. Tremendous action.
Using the forearm. Box.
Another warning for using the forearm by Dennis Alfred to Danny Williams. But, man, he has shown some heart here, and he and Tyson have put on a great show over the first several rounds.
10 seconds.
Oh, what a left hand that sent Williams off balance. And then Tyson just missing at the bell.
He's fine. Let me take a look at it. I'll throw him out. So can I keep the pressure on? Sure.
Deep breath, Mike.
We see how Mike Tyson on the inside getting nailed with some big shots, throwing his own left hooks downstairs. This kind of excellent inside action. Both men, interestingly, committed to body work early in this fight and throwing body shots with great leverage and great conviction. And if you would have told me beforehand that Danny Williams would have been able to hang in there fighting this kind of fight, even to this point, I would have never thought so, but he has.
Both have cuts. You see the cut around the right eye of Mike Tyson. I don't think the blood is going into his eye as we enter round 4.
And we've now gotten a clarification. 2 points were taken away from Danny Williams. One for an elbow and one for a low blow. So he lost 2 points in that last round.
Tyson pours it on. Oh, a big right hand by Tyson to the head.
Don't hold him down.
And a left hook by Williams at the same time. So both men are landing bombs.
Some resounding shots by Tyson. Now Williams going back to the jab. Tyson answers with a jab of his own. Tyson trying to land with that uppercut.
Danny hold him. Danny right foot hold him.
And now Williams hangs on. And hearing it again from the crowd. Tyson missing with a left hook attempt.
Right.
Big right hand, a straight right by Tyson, but it was out in the chest. And back comes Williams.
We are in the 4th round, and that is exactly where Williams claimed he needed to get this fight. We asked him, what constitutes the later rounds for you? There's that uppercut. He said the 4th round is the later rounds. That's when I could start to take over. We'll see.
We'll see what kind of condition Mike Tyson is in. Well, you know who the crowd wants.
let's remember that Williams is a 265, his heaviest weight ever, so that puts his conditioning into question.
Tyson's pace has slowed with a minute to go in the fourth. He doesn't look like the same guy in the first 3 rounds.
And there was a jab straight right hand by Williams.
He's trying to just end it on one punch right now. Williams knows it, and he throws combinations. He looks the sharper of the two and the fresher of the two, Danny Williams.
And Mike Tyson's punches are getting wider, and he's relying more on that winging right hand as opposed to the punches with leverage. And look at Williams not pushing him off.
A la Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, and he's having his way. Firing shots. Tyson in some difficulty here in round 4. Big right hand off the ropes and down to the canvas. It's Mike Tyson.
10.
It's over! Danny Williams has upset Mike Tyson in round 4. Or has he? Can you call it an upset?
In an improbable way, Danny Williams did it, and did it with style. He fought in a way that I don't think anybody thought he could beat Mike Tyson. He said, if I get him to the 4th round, I can beat him, and his prediction turned out to be true. And how about this? Guess what? His plan was a little better than mine, wasn't it? He got on the inside, and he was able to sustain against Mike Tyson. He was able to land both body shots and uppercuts.
Mike, you can do this, baby. This is your word.
While some may call it an upset, some may not. Highly improbable. Danny Williams, who has fought mid-level competition, comes in and knocks out Mike Tyson.
And we'll see how he did it. Tyson was in some trouble and tired at this point. And how about the combination punching with Williams? And again, mixing in the body shots, the uppercut, which is a superb punch for him. Mike Tyson had no answer, and once Williams put him down, there was very little sign that Tyson was going to get up. He did finally struggle up after what appeared to be a pretty long count. And as he laid against these ropes, we might finally say that we've seen the end of the road for Mike Tyson. And this delayed the count even more as Danny Williams took a while to get to his corner. And still, though Tyson made an effort to get up, he didn't beat the count.
A disastrous night for Mike Tyson. Disastrous.
And this was an exciting heavyweight fight. That's exactly what it turned into. Williams hurt early, as you see, coming back to win this fight. The combinations here are what is really pretty impressive. And how about the way he's mixing his attack to the body and the head? And we talked in advance of that uppercut. You knew that punch was effective for Danny Williams, and he showed Tyson that it was. That right hand from Tyson was the last sign of offense that he would show in this fight.
Tyson manhandled, looked like a rag doll at the end. How about that look on his face?
A surprise that Danny Williams was able to hang in there till the 4th round and get it done.
Man, the last time I saw that face was against Buster Douglas. Maybe Lennox Lewis.
We see the work by Danny Williams. That uppercut, it was his key to winning this fight, and it turned out the body work was as well. And Tyson really tired in the 4th round. He started to get a little bit fatigued. He had thrown what he could throw early in the fight, had Williams hurt, but here, Danny Williams just throwing combination, punch after punch. Tyson without a defense, and you see the reason he can do this to Tyson is instead of throwing left hooks that are going to miss, he throws effective uppercuts. That's the punch you have to use against Mike Tyson. Lennox Lewis used it. Danny Williams came in with that punch in his arsenal, and it's what allowed him to get the job done. That and the fact that Mike Tyson just got tired in the 4th round.
Yeah, he just flat fatigued. You could see it. It was obvious. He was flat-footed. And then he got pummeled to the deck. And the look of resignation on Mike Tyson's face tells it all.
And even though the count may have gone a little long, still, Mike Tyson was not ready to get up and couldn't get up. And this may have ended very quickly, this latest reincarnation of Mike Tyson's career.
Are we looking at the end of a career? Jimmy Lennon Jr. has the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 2 minutes, 51 seconds in round number 4. Our referee in charge, Dennis Alfred, reaches the count of 10. He's the winner by way of a stunning knockout, Danny Williams.
As you look at Danny Williams, nothing but shock, utter shock on the face of Mike Tyson. Let's get it up to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Steve. Mike Tyson being surrounded right now by his manager and Shelly Finkel. Mike, is it possible to have a word with you, Mike? No. Seems to be okay with Mike. Okay?
No.
Mike Tyson not wanting to speak to us right now. A difficult moment for him, Steve. We'll get Danny Williams and try Mike in a moment. Let's go over here to the champion. Not the champion, but the man who has defeated the former champion. Danny, congratulations to you, Danny. Can you tell us why did you make the decision to go toe-to-toe with Tyson, particularly?
You know, the thing is, the way Tyson fights, I went in with a plan to jab and move, but the way he fights, when he hits you with a good shot, you want to get one back on him. I suppose that's inexperience. But I showed that I'm a warrior. I boxed with a dislocated shoulder. I went toe-to-toe with Mike, and I came out on top. Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah.
Were you holding on for dear life there in the 1st round? Were you out on your feet?
No. He hurt me for maybe a few seconds. Obviously, I had to hold on. I'm not going to keep fighting if I'm hurt. And then I came back boxing smart.
Danny, let's try and get Mike in here with us, if we can. If you'll come with us here, please. Mike Tyson. Mike. Shelly, can we get a word with Mike before he goes? Mike, we'd appreciate your time.
I said no nicely, please.
Shelly Finkel escorting Mike away. Okay. We'll try and get back. Danny, excuse us for the interruption. Danny, we were trying to get Mike before he left the ring. So take us through now. You were penalized for an elbow. You were penalized for a low blow. You're losing points. You were getting knocked around in the 1st round, and you still had the wherewithal to continue.
Yeah, but, you know, if you watch any of my fights, the first few rounds are always my worst, but I'm always come back from that because I've got heart. People don't think I got heart for some reason, but I got loads of heart.
No one gave you a chance. You were a 9-1 underdog. When you talked to us a couple of days ago, you felt that you could win this fight, but even you weren't really sure. You didn't know what the outcome was going to be, were you?
No, I was sure all along. That's why when you interviewed me, I was so relaxed and so confident. I was sure I was going to win. You know, because people forget, this ain't the peak Mike Tyson. This is Mike Tyson was 38 years old and been out of the ring for 17 months. So I knew I had the capabilities of beating him, no doubt. Alhamdulillah. Thank you to Samson for making the match.
Did he resemble anything to you that you had studied in his films?
I don't know. I'm going to have to watch the tape. But his power certainly did. He's got a tremendous puncher, bro.
Danny, what does this do for you now? You're 32-3. You're 31 years old. What do you look forward to now in your future?
Well, alhamdulillah, you know, I'm just going to go back and relax, chill out with my family, do men things like change nappies and tidy the house. And then after that, I'm going to look towards a world title shot or a rematch with Mike, because I know he's going to want a rematch.
Has there been a bigger moment in your professional life than anything quite like this? Maybe your life period?
No, definitely. Well, in boxing, there's never been a bigger moment than this, you know. But I'd like to thank Jim McDonald, Dwight Yard and all the team, Lorraine Yard, my wife, my family, for my brother, everyone for giving me the opportunity. Frank Warren as well. Big up.
If we can bring the monitor in here, we've got it right here. Tell us about the knockout and what's going on here in the 5th round. And did you feel that you had him?
Yeah, I felt like I had him. When I hit him with a shot, I rocked him with a shot. I just remember Holyfield fighting him, and Holyfield kept throwing shot after shot. So I thought, I'm going to keep it on, keep throwing, because Mike doesn't recover from a shot very well. So I just kept throwing and keep throwing.
Is there any sense, and here it comes, tell us about the final shot here.
Yeah, I was just throwing and throwing. I don't even know what was the last shot with Lang. I just kept throwing and throwing because I knew he was hurt. Look, you know. Thank you to Showtime as also.
Is there any sense of sadness in the fact that you're beating somebody who's obviously well past their prime, but in his day was a great champion?
No, definitely not, because you know Mike Tyson is unbeaten in non-title bouts. He's still a force to be reckoned with. But like I said before, he's 40%, but his 40% is better than most people's 100%. You know, he's beaten Franz both. He's beaten Etienne in, was it 50-something seconds? So you know, he's a great fighter.
All right.
And so one last thing, I'd like to propose to my wife Zoe Brown. Will you marry me?
Where is she right now?
Zoe.
Zoe, let's come on.
Zoe.
Hey, Zoe. Zoe, come on over here. Zoe, Danny just won a big fight. He got something he wants to ask you.
Zoe, I'd like to marry you.
Yes.
Will you marry me?
Yeah, of course.
He got hit all night, and now he's being kissed. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Showtime. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Zoe. All right, Steve, there you have it.
Thank you very much, Jim. So Danny Williams 2 for 2 tonight. First he knocks out Mike Tyson, and then he gets a yes for a proposal from his lovely lady. Interesting night for Danny Williams. I'd say a stunning victory over Mike Tyson. If the folks in England are happy, it's understandable. Not only because a countryman beat a legendary fighter, but the betting line in England was roughly 13-1 against Danny Williams. So a lot of people won some money.
Dr. Elias Cordova. Representing the WBC, we have the president, Jose Suleiman, the supervisor, Elias Ganem. Representing the Japan Boxing Commission, the chief commissioner, Makoto Hosaka. Introducing to you the officials as they are appointed, the ringside physician, Dr. Kei Suzuki. Timekeeper at the bell, Riichi Hirano. The judges, Larry Rosadia, Ken Morita, and Masakazu Uchida. Now presenting to you the referee in charge of this main event, Octavio Meran.
Tail of the tape, you heard Mike Tyson say before the fight that he's always at a physical disadvantage against his opponents, and here it is again. Height, weight, and reach all in Buster Douglas's favor. But Tyson, once again, is in great shape at 220.5 pounds. Rules for the fight, the one significant rule, and it is unusual, the 3 knockdown rule is in effect here. Again, Jimmy Lennon.
His record, 29 wins, 4 defeats, 1 loss, 1 draw, with 19 wins by way of knockout. He's ranked number 3 by the WBC, number 4 contender in the WBA. Please welcome the challenger, James Buster Douglas. And his opponent, the defending champion on my left, really needing no introduction the world over. He's ready to fight out of the red corner and attired in black trunks. Hailing from Catskill, New York, he weighed in at a ready 220.5 pounds. His outstanding record, 37 wins, no defeats, with 33 big wins by way of knockout. He's making his 10th defense of the heavyweight crown, introducing the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the one and only Iron Mike Tyson.
Give me a break, please. Gentlemen, remember the dressing room instruction. Shake hands and good luck both.
Douglas insists that he's going to shock the world in this fight. If he should upset Mike Tyson, it would make the shocks in Eastern Europe seem like local ward politics.
He would shock most of the world if he could make it into the middle rounds.
Well, he has convinced Mike Tyson this very first round.
Buster Douglas is a conventional fighter who likes to work behind a stiff left jab.
Break! Break! Get him off of you, Buster. Get him off of you. Get him off of you, baby. Get off of you, baby. Get him, baby. Get him, baby.
I'm surprised to see Buster moving so well. I mean, he's really, I think the weight has made a difference in his upper body movement and his legs. Keeping that jab out there. He wants to tie Mike up every time Mike gets inside. And the problem a lot of fighters make is the fact they dropped that right hand of theirs, and Mike Tyson's left hook is no cupcake.
Keep in mind that Carl Williams looked pretty loose and relaxed against Tyson until Tyson hit him with a body punch about 45 seconds into the bout. Mike has not yet gone to the body against Douglas here.
Well, the left jab of Buster Douglas is incredible because he's one of the few guys I've seen other than Larry Holmes and maybe a handful of guys that can put a guy down with the left jab. So the left jab is the key weapon for Buster Douglas.
He fought a sculpted Adonis named Mike Williams on the undercard of Tyson Spinks and floored him twice in the early rounds with the left jab.
Hey, both heads.
We're almost 90 seconds in, and as yet, Tyson has done no real damage to Buster Douglas. Douglas punching on the break, and he gets a warning from Octavio Meran. Now Tyson begins to step in behind the left jab. He landed twice.
Watch the right hand of Buster Douglas. But the problem I'm still seeing is the fact he steady drops that right hand after he throws it.
Through a snappy-looking right-hand lead. And then tied up and on-rushing Tyson.
See, Mike has to be careful also because Mike's standing in front of him, too.
Couple of right hands by Douglas. Tyson landing the jab again, and Mike misses with the right.
With taller fighters, Mike has to really work extra hard to get inside. And see, this is to Buster Douglas' advantage.
Okay.
Left jab lands again for Tyson. He has not yet gone to the body. Against Frank Bruno, Tyson basically forgot Bruno's ribcage for the first 4 rounds and paid a bit of a price for it. Once he went to the body in round 5, the fight was over pretty quickly.
See, Douglas is not allowing Mike to work his body. He's trying to tie him up inside. In fact, he's doing a pretty good job here.
Another right hand lead by Douglas, and Tyson lands the left hook.
That was a good round for Douglas, and I gave it to him. Probably the best round I've ever seen him fight.
All right, dude, close the gap. 1985年3月デビュー37戦全勝37勝のうちには33の KO 勝ちが含まれております。対します青コーナー挑戦者ジェームス・ダグラス、アメリカオハイオ州コロンバスの出身、1960年4月生まれ、デビュー1981年5月、戦績35戦、25勝のハワイ地域は9勝のうちは16のSecond out.
That was a very docile round for Mike Tyson, throwing only 13 punches. But a number of jabs, but a number of fighters have had good first rounds against Tyson, and that was it. Let's see if Douglas can sustain it, Jim.
Keep in mind that Tyson, a little more than 3 weeks ago, was knocked down in training by Greg Page. And there was some talk here that he was not as sharp as he has been for previous bouts. You never know until he's in the ring.
Hey, don't do that.
Every time that Mike comes inside, apparently Douglas been doing a lot of watching films because he takes a move. He steps to his right, give a little angle.
Douglas giving as good as he gets inside right there. He outlanded Tyson by punch stat computations, 22 punches to 8.
A very hard right hand by Douglas inside that Tyson walked right into. And right through, I might add.
Left hook by Tyson was partially blocked by the right glove of Buster Douglas. We talked about intimidation before the fight. Douglas has so far shown no signs of being intimidated.
See, what they want from Tyson's corner, they want to see more upper body movement and also more punches thrown as opposed to the one big punch. And that's what Mike Tyson's doing now.
Another right-hand lead lands for Douglas.
Douglas not afraid. That is apparent. And what's happening, Douglas starting to get his punches off first, which is the key to boxing. You get your punches off first.
He's got pretty quick hands for a big man.
Well, the lighter Douglas is, the faster his hands are, the more accurate his punches are.
Not a lot of power. As Larry referred to when he talked about Tyson walking right through the solid right.
I wouldn't necessarily say that because I think Tyson has a pretty good chin, and he's compact. And what's happening, every time Douglas throws a shot, in fact, it was a good body shot by Mike Tyson.
First good body shot he's thrown.
Tyson keeps that chin tucked in.
As you watch Buster Douglas try to tie Mike Tyson up inside, remember that fighters such as James Tillis and Mitch Green and Bone Crusher Smith have thoroughly frustrated Tyson at times with just that tactic.
What I'm seeing now is the fact that Douglas is getting Mike Tyson to reach in. When you reach in, that's what happens.
Another good right hand and a good right uppercut and two more good rights by Douglas. I don't think I've ever seen Tyson absorb that kind of a 4 or 5 punch combination before in his professional career.
Now Mike is not going on, he's not attacking Buster Douglas, which indicates that there is some respect here.
And also a little puzzlement, Ray. He just doesn't seem to know how to go about it. That's another good round that I gave to Buster Douglas.
I don't think there's any doubt about that one.
Close the gap, Mike. You ain't inside enough. All right? Come on now.
That's just come in. Be calm.
7-7. Don't get that too much.
Just like you on the pads. Relax.
Same you had me bouncing inside, man. Get inside. Don't lay back, Mike. Remember, real hard aggression, Mike. Moving your head to get in there. You just
now let's take a look at that combination. Douglas firing away. That right was high. Came back with a nice short left, a left jab. Came up with a right and a left that missed. And there he comes back, still punching. Ordinarily, in that kind of situation, Ray, Tyson likes to duck, let the other man fire and finish, and then come back with his punch. And what Douglas did so cleverly was to smother him and not give him a chance to throw back.
That's what I'm surprised about, that Mike has not retaliated after his opponent throws his combination.
And listen to these numbers, guys. By punch stat computations, in the first 2 rounds, Buster Douglas landed 52 punches, Mike Tyson 16.
Well, I don't know if he's going to shock the world, but Douglas has shocked me so far.
Mike Tyson now is really furious now. He's really rushing this man coming in, but they may fall in the hands of Buster Douglas.
Good left to the body by Tyson. That's the kind of blow which has done a lot of damage to previous challengers.
You hear his corner, Tyson's corner saying, be smart, work your way in.
Another good right, but Tyson comes right through it.
Douglas still outlanding Tyson, out-throwing him.
Again, Jim, the yellow from Tyson's corner to work your way in, not to walk in there because that jeopardizes you, put you in a lot of trouble.
Douglas accurate with the jab. Miran telling him not to hold and hit.
No.
Now what Douglas can't do, he can't allow himself to get frustrated and try to exchange with Tyson. That could be fatal. I'm surprised I don't see as many body shots thrown by Mike Tyson. That would bring those hands down of Buster Douglas.
Right hand by Tyson moving in.
Don't use your head. Both. All right.
Left and a right by Douglas. Tyson seems a little more precise in this round as he tries to move in, but it is still Douglas who is throwing and landing more often. Working behind the jab, as is his custom. Those right-hand leads have been very effective.
They have been, but also you got to get those hands back up. What's Douglas doing? He's not allowing Mike to get his punches off to the midsection.
Although there was a right hand to the rib cage there. Again, the yellow from Tyson's corner combination, not one punch. And that's why Douglas is able to get his combinations off, because he's only expecting a one-punch retaliation.
Break.
Tyson's trying to leap in behind the left hook. He landed that one under Douglas's chin, near the middle of the chest. Douglas with another right hand to the top of Tyson's head.
All right.
Again, Tyson's corner yelling, you've got to punch inside.
No, don't do that. All right, no, hey.
Good solid left jab by Douglas. Tyson grazed him with the right.
Breathe. 6-4-1 inside. Don't just stand there and look at him. You gotta work.
You're not closing the gap, Mike. You got to get inside by jabbing and moving your head. When you get in the inside, you got to punch. All right? Come on now. Punch, Mike. Jab, overhand, right, come back with your left foot. Okay? Relax. You're too flat-footed in there.
Right.
Okay?
Trust in what you know. Do it. Let it go. Don't be so cautious with the punches. Let them go.
Don't sit there and look. They can't. Your bail. Keep sweet.
This is the first time since Kevin Rooney hasn't been with Mike Tyson that he's needed some answers from the corner. Let's see if he's got the right answers. They're trying to make him just fight, not look to just wing big punches, expecting Douglas to fall the first time he lands something.
And the man who does most of the talking in Tyson's corner and who leans forward to whisper in his ear is Aaron Snowell.
If you watch what Douglas is doing now, he's trying to double that jab up. And see, the second jab is not really hard, but it blinds you for a fraction of a second. That's when you drop the right hand. And you notice Douglas is trying to throw not just one jab, but two jabs.
Up your head.
There was an expression on Tyson's face, and I can relate to that, because sometimes you get into the ring, Jim, you just don't have it. Things just don't click in. And maybe that's what he's feeling now. He's just not on.
Well, we're in round 4, and a lot of ringside observers didn't expect the fight to go this far. It should be pointed out that stamina has been a problem for Buster. In the last 2 weeks, he's been bothered by respiratory illness here. Was taking penicillin just this past week and antihistamines. You have to wonder how far he can go at this level of effectiveness.
Hey. Break. Boom. Step back.
Douglas still landing the jab and then stepping away. Tyson seems less aggressive than is normally the case, perhaps a little frustrated.
Well, Buster Douglas definitely is inspired because of the tragedy of the passing of his mother. And it reminds me of when Howard Davis' mother passed during the 1976 Olympics. It really motivated him because he was doing it for Mom.
Everyone in Douglas's camp said that would be the case today. He was extremely close to his mother. Right hand by Douglas right on Tyson's chin.
The double jabs, especially with a big man, is difficult to penetrate. Always difficult to penetrate.
Critics of Tyson say that since the departure of Kevin Rooney, he has been increasingly easy to hit. There's very little head movement here today.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's a natural fighter.
You don't think that the loss of Rooney as trainer has made any difference?
I don't really believe that. But one thing about it, I guess that must be a little contradictory, but normally to keep the same family, it's always a plus. But then again, sometimes you must change.
As you did.
Yes. Good left hook by
Douglas again with a left and a right. Now Tyson lands a right hand and backs Buster up, but here he comes.
Mike is punches. Mike is dropping his hands, which is very dangerous.
Well, if Mike Tyson, who loves pigeons, was looking for a pigeon in this fight, he hasn't found him.
You got to use that 7 to get inside, Mike, to back this guy up, and you got to move that head. All right? Get that rhythm.
And there, of course, is Evander Holyfield, who has a guarantee of $12 million to fight Mike Tyson in June. And right now, that $12 million isn't in the bank.
Okay? Come on, you want all 4 rounds. You got to hold your concentration. Now, everything will be there, champ.
You heard the Douglas people tell Douglas he's won all 4 rounds, and shockingly, I agree with them.
Trainer J.D. McCauley and manager John Johnson very calm in the Douglas corner. He's thrown 114 jabs in the bout, and by punch stat computations, he has landed almost half of them. Extremely effective working behind the left jab. Buster Douglas. Now Tyson lands a jab. This is the round in which Tyson turned things around against Frank Bruno. Right hand by Douglas lands again. He's been very quick with it.
Come on, Mike. No.
Douglas getting the breathing here. Very smart. Very, very smart. He throws his combinations. Then he ties him up.
There's just no head movement there, Ray. Mike is a stationary target for this guy.
Well, that's the reason his corner is so petrified, because they see that Mike has become somewhat of a stationary target directly in front of Buster Douglas. That's why the right hand's been hit later.
Okay.
Now, this is totally uncharacteristic of Mike Tyson. He's right there in front of his opponent, not doing anything, just reaching in. There's that right hand again. It's going to happen every time.
Another right hand, and now Tyson seems to be wobbled. Mike is not throwing back. Buster Douglas is completely dominating this round with jabs and right crosses.
But what's going to do some damage now? Buster Douglas throw an uppercut.
Tyson leaps inside with a left hook.
No.
One punch at a time, though. That's all he's throwing.
There's the uppercut.
Absolutely, the opening is there.
Buster Douglas is so relaxed, and this should save him in the later rounds if it should go that far.
No.
It appears, Ray, that James Douglas is fighting a master fight in the geometry of the fight. Every time that Tyson appears ready to throw, he either ties him up like he just does, or he just backs off a little bit and ruins his timing.
Thus far, he's fought the perfect fight because he's not being a stationary target, although he's not really running around.
There's a lot of swelling above Mike Tyson's left eye, and it is partially closed. And that is from the right hand leads that Buster Douglas has landed almost at will throughout the fight.
That left jab of Buster Douglas is a measuring stick. Very strong. Watch it come out, and then he drops the right hand.
Well, I think you'd have to say this is the most trouble Mike Tyson has ever been in at this stage of a title defense.
This is the most trouble Jimmy's ever been at any stage of a title defense.
Now, Mike doesn't get hit by lead right hand.
That's another round for Buster Douglas.
And he even dominated the exchange after the bell.
You remember at the top of the show, I said the good news is Buster Douglas always fights his best against the best opponents. This is even better news than that from his point of view. And he has swelled up Mike Tyson's eye and is dominating the fight right now. Now just watch this combination. A long right, a left jab hook somewhere in there, and he has been doing this over and over. Every time Tyson is willing, takes a punch and wants to fire back, Douglas fires back before he can.
You begin to file through your memory for the biggest upsets in heavyweight championship fight history.
Second out.
I don't think there would be anything like this.
I agree.
This would create a new standard of upsets if this went on.
Clay and Braddock, not as big as this.
Step back. All right.
Question is the stamina of Douglas, as you pointed out. Stamina has never been a problem for Mike Tyson opponents in the past.
And I would question the stamina of Buster Douglas at this kind of pace, Larry, but again, he is so relaxing there.
By punch stat computations in the 5th round, Buster Douglas outlanded Mike Tyson 3-1, 33 punches to 11. If anything, his dominance is increasing.
Again, the leadoff rights, I'm very surprised they are landing like they are.
Tyson landed an uppercut inside. And another right-hand uppercut by Tyson. Douglas doesn't appear hurt.
Well, as long as Douglas stay there, he's going to play right into Mike Tyson's hands.
But the thing about all of this, Jim and Ray, is he gets to use those amazingly fast combinations. Even when he gets hit, it's one punch and he smothers him, or he fires back.
The combination which destroyed Bruno and which has been so effective against a lot of opponents is the right hand to the body, followed immediately by the uppercut.
And that punch lands when a guy is against the ropes or in a corner.
And Douglas has not been there. Tyson finally blocked the right hand lead.
Sorry.
Little more peekaboo defense from Tyson now, as he is clearly aware of the closing left eye.
And that becomes a factor, especially for the very first time. Experience plays a major role in that kind of handicap.
One of the things that his great mentor, Cus D'Amato, used to tell him was, it's no virtue to get hit, keep your gloves up. And Mike Tyson, in recent fights, which have been so easy for him, has forgotten that advice and has kept his hands down. Now you see he's so worried that he's gone back to what was called the peekaboo style of defense. He's got his gloves back up again.
What I don't see is the upper body movement from Tyson, and that's why Douglas is able to land those kind of punches.
No head movement. Tyson winging inside with a left and a right. Douglas again ties him up.
Lead off right once again. Mike needs to pick the tempo of the fight up. He has to make Douglas work. So far, he has not done that.
Douglas not quite as quick and active in this round as he has been in previous rounds, but there's very little drop-off. And the champion looks frustrated. Missed with the leaping left. A confident Douglas goes back to his corner, well ahead on points, you have to assume.
I gave that round to Tyson, the first one I have.
You're still laying on the outside on this guy. You got to back this guy up, right? You got to go to his body. Once you get inside, you got to punch, Mike. You definitely got to punch when you get in there, all right?
When you get inside, don't look to hold. Use your hands. Set on your knees.
You got your 2 punches going up the middle. Grease.
Just the right hand.
Come on, why don't you do now, baby? Stay alert. It's your fight. Your show. You understand me?
Grease, baby.
You got it won. Just stay in control. Just stay alert. Control. This fucking guy's scared to death.
That jab.
Put shit on him.
That jab's a shot, baby. The jab right hand.
Yeah. All right?
Punch your hand. Lots of sevens. Everything off of sevens.
All right. Past the midway point of the scheduled 12 rounds. Few at ringside thought that Buster Douglas would make it this far. He has made it this far with a so far dominant showing over heavyweight champion Mike Tyson.
If this fight was being held in the States, the crowd...
Here they are eerily silent. Douglas continues to outland Tyson at close quarters and then to tie him up.
It has made an enormous difference in the talent of Buster Douglas by shedding off those pounds. He's so much quicker, he's so much agile, and he's so much accurate now. Buster needs to move a little bit more. He's standing, now he's starting to become stationary.
Right there. No, punches. Punch. Great. All right. Right there, punch.
Low blow by Tyson. Miran was behind Douglas and didn't see it. Douglas with another right hand, looping over the top.
It's a great tempo for Douglas. Notice his hands are down.
Tyson still leaping and lunging behind the left hook, desperately trying to change the tempo of the fight. Another low blow. This time Miran saw it. Another right hand lead for Douglas, partially connected. Left jabs right on Tyson's face.
This is the first time I've seen a big man in the ring with Tyson use his physical attributes, the height and reach advantage.
Tyson's corner liked what it saw with the left uppercut. It was almost 25 years ago when a 7-1 betting underdog named Cassius Clay thoroughly frustrated and whipped a Sonny Liston in Miami Beach at a time when Liston was regarded as invincible. You have to go back that far to find something this shocking in a heavyweight title fight.
No combinations by Mike Tyson.
You gotta throw combinations, right? I hate don't relax. All right, you're down. You're down in the scoring line. Okay, you gotta gut this motherfucker. You gotta brawl with this.
Don't relax. Double your jab every time it comes to you, and the right hand's only going to travel.
Beautiful work, champ. Beautiful work.
Keep busting on that eye.
Stay strong, Buster. Stay alert. Everything else is in your ballpark, champ.
Now, this is an event that happened in training. It was in training. Nobody takes it too seriously. But there you saw Greg Page step in with a right hand and Tyson go down. In fairness, I don't know how you can relate it to what happened here, except that Mike Tyson is anything but the dynamo, this dynamic terror that we're used to seeing. Buster Douglas has neutralized him, frustrated him, beaten him to the punch.
By punch count statistics, Tyson is averaging only 23 punches around. He's going to have to step up the activity if he's going to turn things around here. That knockdown in training took place just a little bit more than 3 weeks ago. Everybody from Don King on down in Tyson's camp said it was no play acting, it was for real. Off this performance, I think you'd have to say yes, it was definitely for real. The graphics you saw between rounds demonstrated the huge disparity in jab effectiveness. Buster Douglas thoroughly dominant in that department so far. Another solid straight left jab right to the middle of Mike Tyson's face.
I'm watching the legs of Buster Douglas. There's a lot of string to his legs, which means there's a lot of life to his legs.
We're in the 8th round, folks. A heavyweight champion regarded as completely invincible in these circumstances is in big trouble.
Get it on. Come on. Right there. Punch it. Don't relax, champ. Don't relax. All right, give him one. Hang in. He got him. Work in there. Kill him out, Mike. Fight. Right there. Get him now. Don't let him walk. Come on, get it out. Get it out. Right there. Hey.
Could you imagine Buster Douglas, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world?
Well, it's not over yet, Jim, but I tell you, he's put a good account of himself up.
It boggles the mind.
Well, he's asking some questions of Tyson that Tyson hasn't been asked before. In the second half of a fight, he's got to come back and win it.
Look at the punches.
These right-hand leads are not diminishing in effectiveness, guys. He is still landing just about all of them.
Double jabs, lead off right hands. And now he's starting to back Mike up.
No. Lay back.
Hitting on the break. Moran didn't say a word to him about it.
There's a little swelling under the left eye now of Mike Tyson.
Still beating Tyson to the punch, Ray.
Well, there's just no question which is the more confident fighter now. You see how easily Douglas is dominating the action inside.
And Tyson is holding on.
I've never seen this happen before with Mike Tyson.